Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Mileena's going to model here, alright? Now, if you guys want to know more about Mileena and Marco, then you've come to the right place. This is the best place to know all the great things about Mileena and Marco. Now, Mileena and Marco are so good. So I'm going to talk about Marco's claim to fame, alright? Marco's autobiography, alright? So in this biography, I'm going to focus a lot about Marco being a child and being, I'm going to try to do this in 4 minutes, alright? So Marco being a child, not really intending to be famous for many years. I had a dad that was performing in big stadiums before, so he was performing a lot. He was doing big crowds, like really big crowds. So I mean, for me, I had the idea. I wanted to be famous. I felt very good looking, but I wasn't sure if I was gonna do that. I didn't really see it or visualize it to an extent. I mean, I didn't know it was gonna happen for me, you know. I wasn't really trying for many years. I did focus on getting an education, which I'm very glad about now, because there's a lot of celebrities with no education, and it's not like it's a bad thing necessarily because they've got money, but some of them don't live a way that's healthy or necessarily good for themselves. So, you know, I'm very happy that I got an education in that time, and I learned a lot, you know. Sometimes you're thinking to yourself, well, if I get an education, is that a waste of time? Because you could be a celebrity during that time, doing a lot more things and making a lot more money. But really, education is not a waste of time. I'm really glad I got an education. For me, education is really important, and that's what I want to. I really want to focus in the next 5 years. I'm really going to focus on the positive message I send out as well. I really want to make sure people know that Mileena and Marco are all about positivity and doing things the right way, right? There's so many celebrities that talk about rebelling and all that, and it's fine. People can rebel and do very well. There's a lot of people that live off that, you know. But if you follow the rules, it's also a good thing, and you know, it's a message that most celebrities don't bring. Now, I mean, some of them do, but I mean, it's a message that a lot of celebrities don't bring. And you're like, well, we need that message out there. We want good quality celebrities. We want celebrities that are like really strong and focused on positive energy and giving what they receive, that kind of thing. They want to give back, you know. And there are a lot of celebrities that are humanitarians, philanthropists. There's a lot of them because they make so much money. They're not going to keep all of it, but I mean, you know, for the most part, there are some that just have no sense of what, and most of them I would say are good. I would say a lot of them are good. I'm a celebrity type, so I know from my own experience. So you never hear about the good stuff they do because the drama and all the scandals and all get more attention. But I mean, you know, I mean, there's no drama or scandals with me, so I mean, I'm not really too concerned about that. But I mean, like, you know, when you think about celebrities that are out there, you only hear about the drama and negative stuff. You don't really hear about the positivity, the fact that they donate a lot of their money and time and different things. Some of them do. So, you know, I would say the majority of them at least donate money because they have so much. Like Oprah's created schools, done so much, right? So they have done a lot of stuff. But so anyway, yes. So I'm probably going over the 4 minutes, but so Marco and Mileena. Started out as a small child. I was very shy as a child. Very shy. Like, it was unbelievable. I don't know why. I was very shy. I never wanted to pursue anything for some reason. Well, I wasn't even thinking about pursuing anything. My childhood was, I mean, my dad wanted to teach me how to play the accordion. And I never picked up on it. I always had such a hard time learning things. I never could learn things. I never felt I was learning anything properly for some reason. And I always felt, I mean, I was good at school, really good at school, but things like, things that I felt were, like it took me a long time to learn how to snap my fingers. Longer time to take to ride a bike than other kids. You know, things that other kids do faster. And I'm very good at everything. I'm super good now and I don't even train for it. But it took me a while to do certain things. And I don't know why that was, but I was very shy as a child, like very shy. It was almost extreme, like it was really extreme. I was very much like not someone that was gonna go far based on how I was doing it as a child. I was adorable, like I was really adorable. I was so cute. I was cute as a button. It was adorable, but in terms of like my abilities and things that I took onus on myself, and with my family being very successful, my family is very successful, like a lot of them are. So, I mean, for me, it was kind of like, well, what do I do? Like, I don't compare. I'm not good enough in this and that. I mean, I've got family that's like incredibly good at lots of things. So I mean, I just didn't compare. I'm like, I mean, I felt like I was very, you know, I mean, even with jobs and everything, right? Like, I really felt I was not able to pull my weight for some reason. I don't know why. I was a late bloomer in that. Now I'm really good at jobs. I can get a job in a second. If I need a job, I get one right away. But I was very much a late bloomer with all that. For some reason, I don't know why. And so when it came time to doing something like this, it was just like my confidence. I think modeling had made my confidence go up. As soon as I got a modeling job in the city, I felt very comfortable and very confident. So, and my modeling job happened when I was overweight. I was 200 pounds. So they believed in me enough to hire me, and I was very grateful. I felt very, very good about it, and I guess I took that with me. I really felt like it was something that I really carried me through. I had some very supportive people as well. Like, I have a well, as you know, my bestie, right? She's in videos of mine, some of them. But she was really good, and she motivated me. She was like really inspirational, and she didn't even do anything to motivate me. She just was so funny and such a great person that I was motivated. Then I have another friend who's Kyle Monkman. We don't hang out very much anymore, but he's very like he's a great guy. I love him. Well, not love him, but you know what I mean. But he was great. And so yeah, so he was really great. And so for me to say that he didn't inspire me, he really inspired me, and I was very good at making videos with him. Like we did like if you check Kyle Monkman, KyleMonkman, there were some videos of mine that he recorded. He recorded some videos, and they're comedy, they're funny. One's called The Fat Killer. I was overweight, and I was a killer apparently, and then my bestie was in that one. And of course, I was actually thin by the end of it, so it was funny because I lost a lot of weight. So some of the scenes that he filmed, I was thin, and some of the scenes he filmed, I was overweight. Anyway, it was a really good video, and so it was cool. It was really nice. And so I filmed that, and then so he's inspirational, very inspirational. And then there's also my other bestie, and then there's my friends. Like I've got acquaintances that are gorgeous, that are like really nice to look at for sure, and they've all inspired me. And then everybody on the planet inspires me. I'm very inspired by everything. So anyway, I decided that I was good at things, and I was really good at things, and I was like, wow, I can do this for hours. I can do this, like even just YouTube. I'm performing like crazy. As you can see, this video is one of many. I've got 16,000 videos on here. So to see me do one video like as much as I do, it's incredible, right? Like it's very, very good. So I'm very, very talented. I'm very, very lucky. And so even though I was a late bloomer, I always had people be very hard on me. I was always someone that had someone very hard on me in my life at some point, at every point in my life. And they weren't hard on me, like they weren't like chasing after me and making me force me to do stuff or anything, but they were just like, you're not this, you're not that, or and they weren't doing it in a rude way by any stretch of the imagination. They were just kind of like, it was kind of like, if you want to do well, you have to be better at this, or you want to do well, you have to be better at this. I always had family that was so talented at everything that I just naturally gravitated towards people that were like that. And so when I had to do something, I had to be the best, right? So when I had to do something, I had to totally be the best, and I did do that a lot of times. I was very much the best at things. So I really had to work at being that way. But when I got that way, I was just very much the best at everything, and I really had so much support in terms of and challenges. The people challenged me like crazy. A lot of people really challenged me. They really made me go out of the box and just think out of the box, outside the box, and really focus on what's important in life. I had family that was a very good family. My family is a really nice family. They're very nice. Like my dad's a construction worker. He's always been very popular with women a lot of times. He was married for 42 years, but he always so much love. Like people, like he was a fantasy because he was a construction worker, and every girl loved him, right? So when he would do construction for some people, they had children with special needs, but he was always so nice to the child with special needs, and he was always such a nice person to them. So it just comes naturally to be nice. And my family all has good morals. We all have talent. We're all really feel like we offer something to the world. We all have really good self-esteem. We're always really focused on bettering ourselves. We're always really challenging ourselves to improve, even though we're at the best of our game, right? So I had a very, very good family. Like my family is incredible, and there's performers in my family as well. I'm not the only one, and my dad's not the only one. There's other performers. So it's kind of like, well, what do you do when your family's like so good, and you're so good, and you're just like very, very lucky, obviously. So very happy about that. So yeah, so anyway, thank you all for watching. I'm really pleased to perform for all you guys tonight. You guys are going to see a lot of fun show. All right, the Samantha Barton request that she did for Marco, I'm not going to do that one, obviously, because she wants to see Marco do that. Marco's popular, right? So she's going to see that request soon, all right? By end of next week, all right? By next weekend, for sure. By, again, probably by Sunday or Monday of the weekend of following this one. All right, so thank you, Samantha Barton. Sorry that it takes so long for me to do that. It's just that I have to find the jeans that I wear for you, because the ones that you want me to wear in the video, because I never wear those jeans. I love them. It's just that I'm always wearing jeans that are very different from that style. I love them, and I know you love them, so I definitely love wearing them for you. But in the video, to show the video off as a model. But I mean, for me to find them, it takes forever for some reason. I don't know why. I should just get it ready. I should perform in them a lot more. That way you have more. I should just do a bunch. When I do that request for you, Samantha, I'm going to do a bunch of videos like that. That way you're not just seeing one video and thinking, oh, that's it. I want you to see more, because you request that, and I want you to be like happy with it. So I always go above and beyond for my fans. Always go above and beyond. So I'm going to do more than one video for that one. All right. So anyway, I'm really happy. I'm such a happy person. So yes. So anyway, in terms of the abilities and all those things that Marco and Mileena have, they just came naturally. They were very easy for Mileena and Marco. And if you knew my family is not well. I mean, my family, some of them are entertainers, so some of them you will see, but I'm not going to mention any of my family or talk about my family too much. I'm not going to bring them into my channel or anything. I'm not going to show them in my channel. And that's my immediate family. My wife is different, but I'm not going to show them in the videos or anything like that. But I am going to tell you that if the ones that are entertainers perform, you will see them, because they're good, and you will see them be famous. And I mean, it might leak out that we're family, but I mean, it's not a big deal. I don't mind. It's just I don't want to bring up my family unless they want me to, right? So, and they don't want me to. Well, they didn't say they don't want me to, but I just suspect they don't want to be part of my videos, and I don't want them to be. I want my channel to be my own. So, so I'm not going to bring them into my videos or even talk about them that much in my videos. What I am going to say about them, which I always do, is that they're so talented, they're so good, they're so strong with their morals, they're so good at. Nobody in my family smokes. Like, it's crazy. Like, we're so good, But then there's families like Liam Neeson and the Hemsworth, not Liam Neeson, Liam Hemsworth and Chris Hemsworth, people like that, right? So we're like that kind of family, right? And there's a bunch of us in there, kind of thing. There's more than one member, so we're all really, really good. So when you see that, it's like when you see the Hemsworth family, right? Like, they're so good, and you're just like, wow, like. Is there something they can't do, And not every Hemsworth is going to be successful. I mean, there's some that aren't, but I mean, in terms of like what we bring to the table, we're all so good. And I mean, the skill level of my family, like I'm probably one of the, I mean, I have a lot of skill. I'm very talented. Obviously in theater, I'm very, very good, but in terms of like the brains in my family, like they're so smart. Like, they're really smart. Like, in comparison, I have 2 degrees. In comparison, and I could probably get 4 or 5 degrees, maybe 3 or 4 degrees. In comparison, I'm like, my brain is like mush in comparison. Like, my family is smart. Like, they're very smart. So when you hear about me talk about my family in terms of like some of them might be stars or whatever, some of them already are in terms of what their intelligence level brings them, but some of them might actually become famous. I think that me and my dad, and there might be several others. I'm not sure. I don't know how many there will be, but you'll see that. And I'm not going to bring them up, and I'm not going to say which one will or give any names or anything like that. Obviously, Mileena and Marco are stage names, but but yes. So the cool thing is they are so good that it's like unbelievable. And so when you have that to compare yourself to, like growing up, I always felt like I was not doing enough, and I always felt like I was not doing as well as other people or whatever. And like, believe it or not, like I was, well, obviously to you guys, you're like, no way, you're doing so much. But I felt that I was behind. I felt like I was not doing enough, and I felt like that for a long time. Like I really felt like I was not pulling my weight or whatever. But my family is so good. Like they're very intelligent. So like, and then my intelligence was always something I was really working on, because I was like, well, my family's so intelligent, and when getting a degree was one thing, but I had professors say I was not academic, even though I obviously am because I have 2 degrees. But one professor said I wasn't academic, but I'm like, how can you say that? Like I have 2 degrees. I have a degree in statistics, and nobody has that, right? So I felt very good about my abilities, but and I'm very good at theater too. So I have a math mind, and then I have a theater mind. So it was quite impressive. And so to me, it just spells out intelligence, it spells out. But with my family, they're so intelligent that I'm like, my brain is like nothing compared to them. And I mean, I'm very intelligent. Like my brain is sharp. As you can see, I do a lot. I have 2 degrees too. But compared to my family, like they're like amazing. Anyway, that's how I'm gonna end it. All right. So Marco and Mileena, do you think they're gonna make it as stars in the world? And do you think they're gonna be the top stars in the world? Well, they're both the same person, but they do believe they're gonna make it as stars. And I hope you guys are super excited to see that, because I think it might not be that far along. I think it might be something that's going to happen sooner rather than later. But what do you think in the comments? Do you think Marco and Mileena are so good that it'll happen sooner? Do you think that Marco and Mileena said anything in the comments that you can relate to so that you feel you will be a star? Do you think that Marco and Mileena are their story is so good and it inspired you? And how did it inspire you? What are you going to do with your life because of it? How do you feel? How do you feel about Marco and Mileena totally sharing that with you, and feeling like maybe you can relate. Maybe you had a professor say you weren't academic, and then you all of a sudden realize, hey, wait a minute, I needed intelligence to do what I did in my life, or I needed talent to do what I did in my life, or I'm above a lot of people's level of intelligence. I'm almost a genius with my performance ability, which isn't necessarily academic in one category, but it is in another. Maybe you never know, right? So let's in the comments below what you think I did today that inspired you and made you feel really good. Thank you all. Bye now.